Hi there, I'm May, and this is May's Crochets. Today, I'm super excited to share with you this tool that I've been building called Stitch Haven. That's a tool for crocheters and knitters to organize their patterns and track their projects. So, I want to tell you all about it. I have mentioned it a few times in some of my previous videos if you've watched some of my recent videos on my channel, but today I want to do a full deep dive and tell you all about it. So, back when I started crocheting, I tried to be very organized about it. I really like being an organized person, and I set out at the beginning to organize all of my patterns and my projects and keep track of everything. So I use the tool called Notion for a lot of my personal notes. So I tried to use that as my main organizational source. So I had some different documents and I had basically a Notion database, which is kind of like a spreadsheet basically, to track all of the patterns that I was making and the projects. And I would write notes to myself and what yarn and hooks I was using. But then I would also scour the internet and find patterns that I wanted to make, and I would bookmark those in my browser. And sometimes I would be looking on my phone and I would find more patterns that I wanted to make, and then I would send myself a link so that I could then bookmark it on my computer. I'm sure there was a better way, right? But I was all over the place with my organization despite my best intentions. And then on top of that, there was also the idea of using a row counter and a stitch counter, especially early on for me as a beginner. I really wanted to keep very careful track. And I was trying out a few different apps to do row counting and stitch counting, and none of them worked the way that I wanted. I tried some more analog methods, but those weren't working for me either. So yeah, everything was all over the place and it started to feel a little bit chaotic. Does any of this feel a little bit familiar to you? I'm curious. Anyway, I am a coder, and I started to think about what can I build that will solve some of these problems. So the very first thing I set out to do was tackle the counter problem. So I built a very simple, lightweight row counter and stitch counter and put it out on the web. And it was basically super lightweight, exactly what I wanted. And the other tools that I had found just weren't quite that. So I built exactly what I want. And over the past months, a bunch of other people have been finding it and using it too. And I've gotten great feedback about it, which I find very gratifying, that clearly other people resonate with that same issue. And maybe the other tools weren't working great for other people either. So I started there, but that was just counters. And for many months, I kept kind of doing my chaotic Notion, bookmark, chaos, everything. And then I decided finally that I wanted to tackle this once and for all and build myself a better system. So that's when I started truly building what is now Stitch Haven. So Stitch Haven is a tool for crocheters and knitters. It's a pattern organizer and project tracker. So you can bring in patterns from any source to build your pattern library, track your projects as you make them, and there's built-in row counters and stitch counters for every project. And then there's also the idea of collections where you can group together a bunch of patterns that go together in some type of way that you want to organize a set of patterns. So let me go ahead and share my screen and walk you through some of the details. I'm super excited to share this with you. Okay, so here we are in Stitch Haven. This is my pattern library. So all of the patterns that I've brought in from various sources are all here. Let me show you adding a pattern. So I click here and you can see the form. It's pretty lightweight, so it's very easy to get started. And then when you're ready to actually start a project, so let's say I want to actually create this adorable crafter granny, I'm going to go ahead and click Start Project. So again, the form is pretty lightweight. If you want to add details like what yarn you're using and what crochet hook or knitting needle size you're using, you can add sort of as much or as little detail here as you want. I had fun adding some like little silly details like this adorable crocheting llama, just like little fun things like that scattered throughout. But let me go ahead and create my project. And now you'll see I am on the main project page, and you can see the counters sort of front and center. There's 2 counters, one for the rows and one for the stitches. And it's really lightweight. You can click up, you can click down, you can reset. Of course, you don't have to use the counters if you don't want to. You don't have to use the stitch counter if you only want to use the row counter, just whatever you would find useful for yourself. But yeah, very easy to interact with. You do your stitching, you click, you reset, all of that. And then there's an option here for kawaii mode. And so this is just a fun little option for every user to set for themselves. So if you don't want kawaii mode, you have sort of a little bit of a more like streamlined look for the counters. But if you do want the more sort of cutesy kawaii mode, you can turn it on, and then you end up with this cute like purple and pink with the rainbows. Of course, I have kawaii mode on for me, but it's totally up to you. Whichever mode you want to work in is totally fine. And then there's also this option for pop-out counter. And so you can see this basically opens up a new tab that stays on top of whatever else you're working on your screen. And so the counters are the same. Everything is perfectly synced. And so like I can reset and you can see everything is staying in sync. And I actually got this idea from a user, and I use this all the time now. Basically, if you are doing something like watching YouTube while you are crafting, you can have this pop-out counter on top of your YouTube window, and then you can be watching YouTube, but then also have the counter in the same window. And so you don't have to be like switching tabs back and forth. So if you're watching Netflix or anything like that, and then also if you have maybe the pattern is up in your web browser on a tab, you can have the counter right on top of it. So again, you don't need to be switching tabs back and forth. If you have like the PDF open on your computer with the pattern, you can have the pop-out counter right on top. So super useful to not have to be clicking back and forth all the time. You have that just like right on top there. I will say this is only available in certain browsers. It only works in Chrome and in Edge, and it's only on desktop, not on mobile. So there are some limitations, but this is super cool. I loved this idea from a user, and I use it all the time myself. So those are the counters. You can add notes to yourself. So let me just show you what that looks like. And then there they are. You can click in here, click out. You can add a photo. And then when you are done, you can go ahead and mark it complete. And you get a little fun animation. And yeah, there's like a little reminder to consider adding a photo of your finished project, things like that. But that's basically the main project page. And then let me just show you one more thing. So we have this idea of collections, and collections are basically just like groups of patterns. I've been using these a bunch for my free pattern roundups that I've done on YouTube. I have a collection for the woobles that I've made, actually in ranked order. And then let me show you, like, for example, patterns I want to make. I put just patterns here that I think will be fun to make. Let me show you just quickly if I want to add a pattern. Let's say I want to add this acre of land pattern, which is really cool. I'm going to add to collection. And then let's say I want to actually move it up and say I actually want to work on this next. You can basically like drag and drop. And so if I bring this up to the top and then I say done, there we have acre of land right up top. So yeah, this is just a fun way to organize patterns into groupings. If you want to do like a theme or things like that, like seasonal, maybe it's Christmas presents or baby shower presents, or like the wearables that you want to make, or really any type of grouping that you want to do. This is just a way that you can organize your patterns all together. So there we have it. That is Stitch Haven. I didn't go over every little feature that's there currently, but what I went over should give you a pretty good idea of some of the core flows in Stitch Haven and what is possible in that tool. So honestly, at this point, I use Stitch Haven every day for my own tracking of my own crochet work, and it has fully replaced that chaotic organizational system that I was talking about at the beginning. And everything is synced across my laptop and my phone. So wherever I go, around my house, out in the world, I have everything all in one place, saved together, and it's awesome. I know I built this kind of initially for myself to solve my own problems, but I know that there are lots of other crafters out there that may feel similarly. So, if any of what I was describing at the beginning of the chaos of organizational systems perhaps resonates with you at all, go ahead and take a look at Stitch Haven and see if it might be something that you would use as well. It's totally free to get started. I will put the link to Stitch Haven in the description box below if you want to go ahead and create an account and give it a try for yourself. It's still very early days for this tool. I have a ton of ideas for other features that I want to add and other directions to go in with this tool. And I also have a public feature request board. I will list that link in the description box below it as well. But it's basically a place where users can go to add features that they would like to see and then also see what other people have requested. And then you can upvote on other people's ideas. And I truly read everything that's there. And I would love for ideas to hear from people out there exactly what they want from a tool like this. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested, if there's certain things that you've been wanting that you haven't found a tool out there that exactly fixes. Go ahead and add that to the board, and maybe one of these days you will see it in Stitch Haven soon. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for keeping me company, and I'll see you next time. Bye.